And now we need to create a new branch to add the, what was it, gaming profile component here. So get branch add gaming profile to dashboard feature, and let's switch to it. Git switch add gaming profile to dashboard feature. Okay, let's give status here, nothing to commit. So now let's start working on our adding gaming profile to dashboard feature. So first of all, I need to change a few things in our player dashboard page. That is, we actually need to fetch the user in the page, not in the component or section, because we need the user ID in every section we create. So let's just import it here, and we need the auth imported here, get user by email here, and we can pass the user here. So let's put a user here of type user, sanitize user type, and we don't need these imports anymore. So let's delete them, and we can just pass the user here. So user, and everything is good. We might need to delete this also, and let's just go to our dashboard page and pass the user here as sanitize with function sanitize user, and pass the user object here with exclamation mark. Okay, if I now save it, everything should be good. Okay, everything is good, no errors. Let's refresh, let's change some things here, and maybe let's change our name back to Shubham Singh. So Shubham Singh, age 25, and let's click on apply. Successfully updated user details. Okay, so if I now refresh, and we actually need to refresh the data here. So let's go to our edit profile form, and we need a use effect here. So let's create it here, use effect, and we need to pass arrow function here with a dependency of state dot success and a router from which we are refreshing. So let's import the router also before the state. So const router equals use router from next navigation, and here we need to say if state dot success is true, then we need to router dot refresh. Just call this function, and if I now save and do the change again, let's refresh and change the name here. Let's rename our surname to Sharma for some reason, and age let's do it 35, and click on apply. Okay, updated user details, and if I now click cancel, we have successfully updated the data. Okay, so now let's put the correct details in our form. So let's do it. Shubham Singh as name, and age is 25. Let's click on apply, and everything is good. Now refresh the page, no errors. So we have done this. We need to commit the changes here. So let's git status here. We have modified dashboard page, edit profile form, edit profile section. So let's git add them with commit with message. We have update user fetching from edit profile section component to instead fetch in dashboard page, and added def added router dot refresh to edit profile form. and this is the fine commit message. Let's just test this one more time. Everything is good. So now that is done, let's move to our showing the gaming profile of user in dashboard. So let's close all of this and create a new file under gaming profile section called, let's just call it gaming profile component, maybe gaming profile component dot tx, or let's just say section only, section.tsx, and create it here. So let me just quickly make it for you to save your time. Okay guys, so I have created my gaming profile section and this is how it is looking. Let's open gaming profile section here. So if I open it, it receives a prop of type user from the parent component, that is the page component, dashboard component, and here is the gaming profile section code. You can look at it. Here we have gaming profile title, and then we have some div tags that display the in-game name of the user and the game also, and the current rank. Then we have platform, and then we have view gaming profile box, that is a client component that displays all the details of gaming profile. If we look at our browser, let's maximize it. Then here we have the gaming profile section and in-game name, current rank, game, platform, and on the right we have the view button here, which will open a pop-up like menu or box that displays the details of gaming profile of a user. So it have in-game name, country, game, platform, current rank, bio, then description and experience that a user can define. And here we have option of cancel or delete. Currently we don't have any code implemented into deleting a gaming profile. We just have a state that turns on and off this pop-up menu. So if I click cancel or delete, they both gonna disable the pop-up menu. So let's go to back our code and work with our client component, that is the view gaming profile box component. We have a new type here defined as sanitized user gaming profile, that is a normalized version of what we have earlier user gaming profile type. So it is a sanitized version here that have all IDs in string. Then we have a function here, sanitize user gaming profile, that actually converts gaming profile into normalized version or sanitized version. So if we open our function here, this is the function and how it is working here. So if we go back onto our gaming profile section and view the view gaming profile box, here it is the code. Here is a state that plays the pop-up menu and toggle it via set gaming profile box method. And here we have the show gaming profile box state, and if it is true then we are going to show this div, as we are not going to show anything. So this is the code here. If we click on the view button, let me just show you in more detail. Then we have a title here, gaming profile, that is this one. Then we have some properties here such as in-game name, country, game, platform. Then we have a border here. Here is the border that separates the two divs here. Then we have description, bio, and experience, and here is the complete code. Okay, so this was our gaming profile section that we have created. Now let's implement the functionality of deleting a gaming profile. So let's do that. So let's go to gaming profile section, and here we need to go to the view gaming profile box. Then here we need to actually replace this button with a form component. So let's extract it with Ctrl X, cut it, and here we need to create a form or implement a form here. So here we are going to say delete gaming profile form. And also let me show you the structure of our files and folders for gaming profiles. So here we have dashboard inside components folder, and here we have a gaming profile section folder. Inside it we have two files called gaming profile section, that is that this component gaming profile section component, and view gaming profile box, that we are going to implement the delete gaming profile form in it. So let's create it in the gaming profile section here. So here we need to say delete gaming profile form.tsx, and let's create it. So export default, and it will be a client component. So export default function called delete gaming profile form, and it will return a form here. So form, and add a semicolon here, and then we need to define a div and paste the button that we have extracted earlier. So let's format it correctly, and we don't need the on click here. We need to change type from button to submit, and everything is good. Let's save it. And here we need to import the use action state hook and create an initial state. So let's do that. So const initial action state of type action state. Or let me just quickly create it for you to save your time. Okay, so I have created our delete gaming profile form, and we need to actually rename it correctly, and it is form, and in the file name also let's check it, it is correct. Okay, so it have a user id prop, and which is of type string, which we need to fetch it from view gaming profile box. Then we have a use action state hook here, then we have a custom action here passed in the use action state, and we are appending user id because we need the user id to delete the gaming profile of the user. Then we have a delete gaming profile action here, which takes view state and form data. Then here is the actual form component or tag, I must say, and we are passing the action here. Then we have a state of errors if there are any errors deleting in the gaming profile, and here is the submit button that will submit the delete gaming profile action. So now let's create the delete gaming profile action in our actions folder. Let's copy the action name here and open the user.ts actions file and create a new function here and export it. So export using function, paste the function name, and it will receive previous state as action state and form data of type form data, and it will return a promise of type action state. Let's just return success as false, errors as errors, and message as empty string. Then we need to create the errors array. It will be type of string array and initialize it with empty array. Next we need to fetch the user id from form data. So user id equals form data dot get user id as string. Then we need to validate it if user id is false or user id dot trim dot length is 0, and we need to push an error here. So error is not pushed, user id not found, and we need to move this above the validation. Then we need to check if errors dot length is smaller than or equals to 0. Then we need to delete the gaming profile in database. So const result equals await delete user gaming profile, and it will receive user id. Actually not curly braces, need a semicolon here. So let's create the delete user gaming profile function in our lib MongoDB folder inside user.ts. Let's open it, and we don't need these files, so let's close them and create a new function here. So export async function, and the name is delete user gaming profile. It will receive user id of type object id, then it will return a boolean value. So promise boolean, and then we need to fetch the client. So const client equals await get MongoDB client. Then we need to copy the try catch block here. Let's copy it, paste it, and here we need to say await db.collection, and give the type user gaming profile type, and the collection name is gaming profiles, and we need to call actually delete one and pass in the filter. So user id is user id, this is the filter. Then we can just return the result dot acknowledgement and update the error messages here. Failed to delete gaming profile in database. Let's just copy it and paste it below, and everything is good. Now let's import the function in our action, and we need to convert the user id from string to object id. So do it like this. Then we can check if the result is falsy. Then we can push an error here, errors.push, and call fail to delete with the user gaming profile, and else we can just return action state as success as true, and errors as errors, and message as successfully deleted the successful, just say successfully deleted. So let's save it, and that's the functionality. So let's import the action here in our delete game profile form, and everything is good. Okay guys, so our work on delete gaming profile action is done now. Now we need to actually pass a function, or I should say state method, to delete gaming profile form as a prop, so that when we are successful in deleting the gaming profile of user with a button here that will add, and after deleting the gaming profile of the user we need to close this pop-up menu, or we should say the show gaming profile box state, we need to close it by calling set show gaming profile box and passing the false value. So let's import that in delete gaming profile, and we have done similar work in our edit profile form. Maybe let's open that, and we have interface here, edit profile form props, and we need to do something like this. So let's copy this and create a new interface in our delete gaming profile form. So let's do that here. So interface, and let's call it delete gaming profile form props, and then we need to define a few things here. So first we need the user id as prop of type string, then we need the state method, what is set show gaming profile box. So set show gaming profile box, and let's just paste the type here. It is type dispatch. Let's import it from React. Set state action, let's import it also from React, and pass in a boolean value here. So now we can just replace this and say delete game profile from props, and here we need to catch the set show gaming profile method here. So we have set that, and we need to pass it. So where we are calling our delete gaming profile form inside view gaming profile box, maybe. Okay, we need to import it here. Let's just import it here and say delete gaming profile form here, and we need to pass two things here. First is user id, so let's pass the user id here. Do we have imported it here? I think no, we need to pass it from the gaming profile actually. So let gaming profile dot and user id, and it is a pipe string. Okay, then we need the set show game profile box state method, and we can just pass it here like this with no errors. Let's remove this also, and if I save, we should see a delete button here. Okay, we are seeing a delete button here. And now we need to implement a few things in our delete gaming profile form to disable the box after deleting the gaming profile. So here we need a hook here called use effect, which will listen for changes in our state.success variable, and we can pass our state dependency array here and pass the state.success here, which will listen to changes in state.success variable. And here we need to say if state.success is true, then we need to close this pop-up. So here we need to say set show gaming file box and pass in false here. Okay, so now the full logic is implemented. Let's test it. So if I click on cancel, refresh the page, and we have a gaming profile here with in-game name tag player, game tag init, rank gold, platform PC. If we click on view, we should see the full gaming profile of the user with description, bio, and experience. So now the main test is that if I click on the delete button, it should delete the gaming profile of the user and close this pop-up. So let's do it. Okay, the gaming profile pop-up is now gone, but we are still seeing the gaming profile of the user here that we need to fix, and we need to implement router.refresh functionality to fix this thing. So let's do that. Let's first refresh the page to see no gaming profile. Okay, no gaming profile found. Maybe create a new one by clicking on this. So we need to first implement the router.refresh here. So let's import it here. So const router equals, let's say, use router from next slash navigation, and here we need to pass router as dependency, and after setting this and before setting this false, we need to call router.refresh function. This will refresh the data from our database. So let's save it and test it again. So let's get a new gaming profile here. Let's select country India, game, let's select League of Legends, rank silver, platform PC. In game name will be League of Legends 123. Bio should be awesome player, let's say awesome player. And then we have description, we can set to sample days and sample experience. So now let's create it, and successfully created the gaming profile of user. Let's see in the dashboard. So dashboard, we have gaming profile here in game name LOF123 and game League of Legends. So now let's click on view, and gaming profile details are shown. So let's click on delete now, and everything should work fine. So delete, and we have refreshed the data from the database, and it is saying no gaming profile found. So we are successful in creating our gaming profile section first. Then we need to implement the delete gaming profile logic, and we already have the create gaming profile feature in our website. So we can finally strike through our gaming profile goal here. So let's strike through it. Let's select this and strike through it. Next section we need to create in our dashboard page is team invite section. So let's create that. But before this, we need to commit our changes also. So let's commit our changes first. So let's open the git bash here, and then git status here. So git status, we have modified user.ts dashboard page, MongoDB user.ts, lib user.ts, and user.ts, and a lot of files. So let's git add all of them in one commit and commit this. We should have created small commits, but I forgot to do that, but that's totally fine. So let's commit all of these in one. So we have create gaming profile section in dashboard page. Okay, so this is a fine commit message. Let's run git status one more time, and let's run git log to see our logs. So we have update user fetching from edit profiles component to instead fetch in dashboard page and add outer.refresh to edit profile form. Okay, then we have create game profile section in dashboard page, and head is pointing to this branch, but our main branch is here, so let's merge the changes here. So let's switch to main branch, git switch main, and git merge. What is the branch name? Add gaming profile to dashboard feature. Okay, it is a fast forward merge. Let's git status on main, nothing to commit. Let's push the changes here, but before that let's run git log here one time, one line, and we have origin main and origin head here. We need to push the code to GitHub to update this. Then we have head pointed to main and this branch, so we are on the same level on main branch and add game profile to dashboard feature branch. So let's push to GitHub. So git push origin and the branch name is main, and let's push it. Let's look at the repository here. If we refresh, we should see 54 commits here, actually 55 commits, and we have create gaming profile section in dashboard page. That's totally correct. So let's delete the branch here. So git branch dash d and branch name is create gaming. It's not create but add, maybe add gaming profile to dashboard feature, and successfully deleted. Let's look at our branches here. Okay, main branch, and everything is good.